You need to understand the risk of concussions in order to make the best decisions you can for your child. Concussions are becoming a well-known issue, but how much is actually being done about it? Are we educating ourselves to understand the risks and symptoms so that we can make an informed decision before letting our children play an aggressive sport? From 2010 to 2012, there has been a 10% drop in Pop Warner football, and according to Dr. Julian Bales, the number one reason for this is parents are becoming more and more aware and they're having a better understanding of concussions. According to a researcher in Quebec, our brains are most vulnerable to concussions before or during the adolescent stage. This means that kids during the stage span between 8 to 14 and possibly even younger than this are having longer lasting effects, that the symptoms are lasting longer, that instead of a couple of days, these symptoms are going for a couple weeks, a couple months, and that their brain is possibly not developing the way that it should further on down in life. Concussions do not necessarily come from playing just football either. My brother, Andrew, he was 15 years old when he had his first minor concussion while playing soccer. He thought it was more of a headache at the time. We didn't have a team doctor on the bench, so he rested for a few days and then went back at it a couple days later. Once you have a concussion, though, the ability to have that second concussion is much easier. A week later, he was playing in a game. A defender took him out, and he landed on his head. He basically blacked out from there and was diagnosed with a concussion. Technically his second concussion, since the first one was never officially diagnosed. He should have gone to the doctor the first time. That's the key. You don't want to mess around with concussions. You want to get them diagnosed. You want to get them checked out as soon as possible, so to make sure that there are no long-lasting effects later on down the road. Though concussions have been around for quite a while now, we are just now learning and understanding the long-term effects that they can have on us. I know everyone has heard about the NFL and the argument, and we see and hear about these players who are 5 to 10 years into retirement, and they talk about the effects that they have due to concussions. They suffer from memory loss. They look at confusion, depression, drowsiness, suicidal thoughts. All these things can be detrimental to their own lives and to their families. So the question is, do you want your child's brain to fully develop, or is it going to be hindered by us not understanding the risk of them playing these sports? And I'm not saying don't let them play these kind of sports. I just think it's negligent of us to throw away these facts and not fully understand them before allowing our child, someone who is not even at an adulthood yet, to participate without understanding the risk of what could come from this kind of sport.